What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we'll be doing a Daredevil Born Again episode 6 recap. And boy, this episode had me bricked up. This episode is just peak. It had everything. I mean, Muse, Daredevil, Kingpin, everything. But be sure to also check out my episode 5 recap, because this week they dropped not one but 2 episodes. So be sure to check out episode 5 if you haven't seen that one. But let's get straight into it. And by the way, there are spoilers ahead in this video for Daredevil Born Again episode 6. So if you have not seen it, click off this video right now. But I mean, at this point, what are you doing? Watch episode 6, man. It is peak cinema. So we start off this episode, of course, with the BB report. And I mean, I can't say enough how much I love the BB report. I mean, it really gives like New York a sense of character, you know? Like you get to see like the lives of like daily folk, you know, and like what they think of like Mayor Kingpin's policies, or like what they think of vigilantes, you know? But anyways, in the BB report, we get like a person talking about a vigilante. And we see this guy with a sword beating up criminals, like he's like slicing criminals. And I mean, this is a reference to the swordsman, which we know is Jack from Hawkeye. If you guys don't remember, Jack from Hawkeye is the swordsman in the comics. So this is the first time that we've seen Jack actually become like the swordsman, because they actually refer to him as a swordsman. So, I mean, this is a huge reference to Hawkeye. And like, I mean, I loved Jack as a character in the Hawkeye show. So, I mean, this is just huge, man. But yeah, he's of course one of the vigilantes that Fisk is always talking about, running around the city, you know, doing as they please. I mean, that goes along with like Daredevil, White Tiger, Punisher, Spider-Man, all these guys, you know. But we start to see more murals all around the city, and they're all once again signed by Muse. And oh, the city wants to take these murals down. They keep trying to take the murals down, but let's just say they're going to have a very hard time doing that, man. But moving on, we have a scene of Matt praying as he holds Foggy's prayer card, which is written in Braille. I mean, like, this is such like a heartwarming scene, you know? I mean, more of a touching scene, you know? More of a touching scene, but yeah. We see Matt praying, and I mean, this is like the first time that Matt has actually like kind of like come to terms with Foggy's death, you know, like where he kind of actually like references it, you know, because like we had 2 episodes ago, we literally saw the Punisher, you know, we saw Frank going, say his name to Matt, and Matt just would not say Foggy's name, you know. But yeah, it's nice to see that he's kind of actually like remembering Foggy, kind of like he's like bringing Foggy's name back into the fold, you know. But yeah, we move on and we see more of Big Willie and doing his mayor duties. I mean, and then he gets a very unexpected visit from someone, man. And it's slightly it's Luca. And if you don't remember Luca, it's a guy that it was one of the mobsters that so since Vanessa took over Fisk's business while he was gone during the events of Hawkeye and Echo and all that, Luca was one of those mobsters that was on Vanessa's payroll, basically. He basically worked for her. And apparently he owes them money. So it was like 1.6, 1.8 mil that he owes them. And he literally comes to the mayor's office, to Kingpin, to Big Willie, and he's literally just like, bro, you ain't about that life, man. You're a grown ass old man who's gotten soft, and you're out of the game, Brody. And I mean, this brother Fisk is like, man, look who you talking to, man. And he charges interest on that money, man. Another extra mil, 2.6, 2.8 mil on, oh my goodness, man. Luca, bro, you better have the money. Fisk is literally like, Luca, you better have that money by the end of the week, or it's not going to end well for you. I mean, Luca, bro, pay that money. Pay that 2.8 mil or whatever. Pay that shit, man. But yeah, this brother Luca is cooked if he doesn't get that money. But yeah, we move on and we see another scene with Heather and Matt, you know. I mean, this is actually a kind of funny scene, because Heather's like, she and Matt are talking, and she's like, yeah, my editor, she's like, I have to write a new book, and guess what the book is about? Vigilantes. And she's like, Matt, you know some vigilantes. You've had a lot of dealings with Daredevil, like Punisher, and I mean, like, and Matt just starts laughing. He goes, he's like, you know them. He's like, I am one of them. But like, yeah, he doesn't tell her that, but yeah, she basically just goes, can you get me like a Frank Castle interview? Can you like set me up with him for an interview? And Matt just laughs, man. And I mean, we move on to a really big scene here. I mean, we see that the sanitation, they're trying to remove all the murals, right? And they actually find a body like that just left. There's just a body that's just been left in the rocks near like the train tracks. And it was actually that poor soul that that Muse actually drained his blood and he just left him out to die. And I mean, he was already dead. Muse just left him. But anyways, the sanitation, they actually figure out what the paintings are made out of that are all the murals across the city. So they bring it up to Fisk's office, and this guy's like, the paintings are not paint. They're made out of blood and epoxy from Muse's victims, which is why it is so hard to take down the murals. So, I mean, this is huge, and wait till you see how many people that Muse has killed. I mean, this brother Muse is actually a crazy villain here. Like, this is actually an insane villain, man. But anyways, yeah, we see that Angela Del Toro, Hector Ayala's niece, if you guys don't remember, she pays Matt a visit in his office, and she basically just talks about how like Hector was investigating the disappearances all across the city, which is Muse, of course, and she wants Matt to help him try to find out what's going on. And Matt is like, I'm just a lawyer, man. I can't really do much, I mean, and then she's just like, Matt, man, you're no better than those cop motherfuckers that killed my uncle. I know why they did that. I know they killed my uncle because he was so close to the truth. And Matt is like, damn, man, I can't do anything. And I mean, this show is definitely setting up Angela Del Toro to become the new White Tiger. Because, I mean, she is getting a lot of character development here after Hector Ayala's death, But, yeah, I mean, this is really cool. Angela Del Toro is a really cool character, to be honest, and I really do want to see her as White Tiger in the future, so hopefully. But anyways, we go straight back to Fisk's office, man, and they find out that 60 people have been killed by Muse. Over 60 have been killed by Muse to create all the paintings. They basically estimated that there were 12 paintings all across the city, and he used about 5 each for each of the paintings. So, I mean, like, this brother Fisk, he just sits there and he listens to it, and then he just starts laughing. He's like, ha, 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 ha. He starts laughing because he smells opportunity. And we'll get back to this very soon. Remember that. But, yeah, we cut to a scene where these two girls, they literally just walk up to Muse, and they're like, oh my God, are you Muse? Oh my God, can we get a photo with you? And what do you think Muse does? He murders them, and he makes a painting out of them. He makes an example out of them. But anyways, next up, we get more Fisk and Vanessa lore here, type shit. But yeah, they're at this like formal event where the mayor's trying to get some funding, and there's all these rich people, and boom! You remember the swordsman? Jack from Hawkeye? He shows up. And he basically just shows up for like 30 seconds-ish, and he literally just disses Fisk and he dips. He's like, man, we don't fuck with you, man. We don't fuck with you. I know exactly who you are. You ain't fooling nobody. And he literally just leaves. And yeah, most of the rich people that are there at this like formal event are like, yeah, we don't really fuck with you, Big Willie. We know who you are. We know what your true meaning is, what your true intent is here. So it's going to be a hard mayorship for Big Willie here. I mean, but yeah, we do get more Vanessa and Big Willie bonding here, like I mean, she helps him put his suit on and the suit rips. I mean, like, Big Willie, bro. You're gaining some pounds, man. Lay off on the calories. Lay off on that cheesecake, Big Willie. But anyways, we get a scene of Matt and Cherry talking in Matt's office, and Cherry's like, yeah, there's been so many murders all across the city, and they believe that it's Muse, you know. But he's like, Matt, bro, I know exactly what you're gonna do, but don't do it, man. Please don't do it. Let the cops handle it. Don't go back to being Daredevil. And Matt's like, okay, man, okay. But anyways, let's go back. Let's rewind here a little bit, you know. You remember when Fisk was in his office and the guys were talking to him about all the murders that Muse has done? And he starts laughing. Yeah, let's delve a little bit deeper into that. So it turns out that the reason why Fisk was laughing is that it basically creates an incentive for him. And he basically starts his own initiative where he creates his own anti-vigilante task force, basically. So this is actually something that happens in the comics where Fisk actually does create his own anti-vigilante task force. And we basically get a bunch of new characters introduced, and one of the most notable characters is Cole. And Cole basically, he kind of differs from his comic origins, but it's nonetheless an interesting character. In the show, they basically kind of depict him as a cop from Chicago who was basically just disgraced, and he's now in New York. He doesn't like superheroes or vigilantes. So he's part of the squad, and Fisk basically just says, you don't hide behind masks. Fisk has a crazy powerful speech. I mean, like, we don't hide behind masks. We come straight at them. We show our faces, you know. Everybody will know who you are. And he hands them all like vests and shit. And I mean, this is actually going to be huge for the future of the show probably, which I'll probably talk about near the end of the episode here. But yeah, let's move on anyways to arguably some of the best moments of this entire show, man. This last 15 minutes is insane. So let's get straight into it. And we see Angela, she's kind of just like, she's investigating Muse, and she actually ends up on the train station, or like the train tracks, where Muse's lair actually is. And she gets abducted by Muse. Muse is not, like, Muse, bro. Like, he's on his game. He knows that she's coming, and he abducts her. And Matt gets a call from Hector's wife, Ciudad, and she's like, my niece isn't back yet. It's not like her. I know that she came to see you, Matt. Like, do you know where she is? Can you please find her? And Matt's like, stay at home. I will find out where Angela is. So Matt is like, Matt actually begins to call the cops. He's ringing 911. The operator's like, sir, what's the emergency? And he just sits there, hangs up, and he goes, fuck it. And he goes to a secret Daredevil lair that he has like above his apartment, gets on the suit, and oh my God, he's back. Daredevil is back. It only took us, 5 episodes, but I mean, Daredevil is back. This is actually huge. I mean, what happens next is crazy. And we come back to Muse, and he has Angela on his, like, I don't know, like his table that he does a lot of experiments on, you know. And he actually starts draining Angela's blood. Like, he puts all the tubes in and starts draining Angela's blood. Some new painting, some new masterpiece. I mean, this is like modern day Picasso right here. But anyways, he hears something and he's like, what the hell's going on outside? And he peeps. And oh my God, he sees Matt running at him. Matt is just straight booking it at him down the train tracks. And oh my God, this fight is actually insane. Like, I mean, I loved every moment of this. We see this fight is literally just an aura farm. Like, this is literally just an aura farm battle between Muse and Daredevil. I mean, like, Matt is cooking Muse. Matt is actually cooking Muse. And I guess, like, this part of Muse is actually, like, we see him get a couple good licks in. Like, he's actually a good fighter. Like, I mean, Muse is genuinely a decent fighter. He's going up against Daredevil. It gets to the point that Matt just starts letting him hit at him just so he can feel something. And we hear this primal rage, like, scream from Matt. He goes, ah! Which, I mean, absolute cinema. But As this is all going down, we actually see Fisk coming down his secret lair. If you don't remember, in Fisk's like secret like office area thing that he actually has Adam locked up in like a jail cell. And if you don't remember Adam is basically the guy that Vanessa cheated on Fisk with during like the time that Fisk was gone, like absent during Hawkeye and the Echo Show and all that. But anyways, he has had Adam like locked up and down there for a while now. And he basically goes, when I was a boy, he hits another, oh my God, he hits another when I was a boy. I mean, like, he kind of just goes on. He's like, my father always taught me, like, I was a boxer, you know, I could take on people with my hands. And what I realized was that when you have a tool, it makes it a much fairer fight against a bigger enemy. So he opens the cell and he hands Adam an axe. And he's like, come and get me. And, oh my God. He cooks Adam, man. Like, he absolutely turns Adam into a rag doll. He's kind of just throwing him around and everything. And in the middle of the fight, he keeps going, mine. And like, that's definitely in reference to Vanessa. I mean, it's definitely in reference to Vanessa, and he's definitely just kind of showing his dominance. He's like, Vanessa's mine, bro. And he cooks this motherfucker Adam, man. I feel bad for him. But he literally just ragdolls the fuck out of Adam. And while this is going on, we still have the Muse versus Daredevil fight. And Daredevil uses the billy clubs, and he ties Muse up by the neck. And he's pulling down on him while Muse is straight. It's such a cool scene. You see Muse just kind of like struggling back there. And I mean, like, this is some shit that you'd see in the Netflix show, the Netflix Daredevil show. This is crazy. Like, oh my God, this brother Matt is just aura farming. Every single episode, he aura farms. But anyways, we see that he kind of just cooks Muse, and while this is all going on, Matt is listening to Angela's heartbeat and Muse's heartbeat at the same time. So he realizes that Angela's kind of like fading, so he lets go of Muse. Muse is kind of just on the ground, like fucking like hurt, and he starts trying to do CPR on her, and he just kind of goes and Angela comes back, and I mean, like, she's like, Daredevil, oh my God, you saved me. And he's like, yeah. And I mean, by the time that all that happens, Muse escapes, and I mean, like, we're definitely going to see a lot more of this guy. This guy's such a cool villain. I'll talk more about him in a bit. But we cut back to Fisk. And Fisk is basically just cooked Adam. Like, Adam is just like half dead in the cell. And we see Big Willie just like sitting here, like right above his body. And he's, oh my God. He's also aura farming, to be honest. But I mean, he's like just sitting there like it's a good hard day's work, you know. And I mean, what the fuck is happening? This show has actually been insane. But that's basically what the episode ends off. But can we talk about Muse here? Let's genuinely talk about Muse. This is a crazy villain here, man. Like, holy shit. Muse is a crazy villain. I mean, this guy literally drains his victim's blood, and he uses that blood to make paintings all across the city. I mean, this is insane. Like, let's genuinely think about the fact that Muse and She-Hulk exist in the same universe. Like, how are these two characters in the same universe? We have characters on two completely opposite sides of the spectrum. You have She-Hulk, pure comedy-ass show. Muse, a fucking psychopathic serial killer who drains his victim's blood. I mean, oh my God. I'm loving Muse, and I mean, oh my God, I love Muse. This guy is so cool. But anyways, let's just talk more about Wilson Fisk's Anti-Vigilante Task Force. And the Anti-Vigilante Task Force, I have some theories about. If you didn't see, there was some leaks that came out from the set of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. So, I mean, these are kind of like spoilers, I guess, in a sense. So if you don't want to see these, let's just end the video right here. But we see that the task force is actually like a fully established thing after this. And in the comics, Fisk actually uses the task force, and I mean, he basically just outlaws all vigilantes and all. So in Daredevil season 2, like Daredevil Born Again season 2, it's been theorized, or not even theorized, like it's been kind of like leaked that Matt Murdock will be assembling a team, and the Defenders are probably going to make their return. Punisher will probably make his return, I think. And I bet Jack might have something to do with it. Probably. But anyways, this will definitely become like some sort of like, if you guys have read Devil's Reign, the comic, like the Daredevil issues about Devil's Reign, I definitely think that it's definitely pushing towards that type of like storytelling. But yeah, apparently, I mean, like this anti-vigilante task force is actually huge for the future of this show, because I mean, Matt and the rest of the heroes are actually going to have to go underground, and they're going to have to be operating from like the shadows, basically. And also the fact that the Defenders have been rumored to actually return next season is actually huge, because I really want to see Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, all these guys team up with like the Punisher, or like this is kind of like wishful thinking here, but Moon Knight. I mean, Marvel really hasn't done anything to move with Moon Knight. He's personally one of my favorite characters, probably my favorite character in Marvel, actually. But I mean, I really would like to see Moon Knight join this team, kind of seeing like more like a street level team, fighting this Fisk anti-vigilante task force. I would also like to see Spider-Man, but I mean, Marvel really does not own the rights to Spider-Man regarding TV shows, so it would have to be in like a Spider-Man movie or something if that were to happen. But I mean, this anti-vigilante task force is, I mean, going to be pretty huge. We might actually see some more heroes. They definitely are the ones who killed Hector Ayala, the White Tiger, and it was definitely Cole that killed him. And Cole is a pretty decently big character in the comics. I'll put a picture of him on the screen here. But yeah, I mean, this is basically episode 6. I mean, this show has been crazy, dude. I am really excited. Next week, we're getting only 1 episode, but the following week, we're getting episodes 8 and 9. And 9 is the finale for season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. So, I mean, I am so excited to see what happens in these next 3 episodes, man. I mean, holy shit, this has been a crazy show. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the video next week when we go over episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.